Listen to me. If you are retired, or you are staring down the barrel of retirement, you need to wake up and pay attention to what I am about to tell you. Because there is a massive myth floating around out there that once you stop working, your credit score doesn't matter anymore. You think, Susie, I paid off my mortgage. I don't need a new car loan. Why do I care? Let me tell you why you care. You care because your credit score is your financial report card, and in retirement, a bad score can cost you thousands of dollars a year in ways you haven't even thought about. It affects your insurance premiums. It affects your ability to co-sign a loan for a grandchild. God forbid, if you need to downsize and rent an apartment or move into an independent living facility, they are going to pull your credit report. And if it's not excellent, you are going to pay the price. So you log on to Borrowell. You've heard about it. It's free, it's easy, and you see that number. And the big question everyone asks me is, Susie, what is the highest credit score I can possibly get on Borrowell? The absolute highest score on the Borrowell platform is 900. I want you to write that number down. 900. Borrowell uses the Equifax Risk Score 2.0 model, and the scale runs from a low of 300 all the way up to a perfect 900. But here's where the fear creeps in, and this is where so many of you are hurting yourselves unnecessarily. You look at your Borrowell account, and you see an 810 or an 820. And you start panicking. You feel like you're failing because you aren't at 900. You are staying up at night wondering what you did wrong. Stop it. Just stop it right now. I need you to understand that chasing a perfect 900 is a total waste of your time and your emotional energy. It is an illusion. In the real world, the credit bureaus are constantly updating their algorithms. The moment a utility bill reports or your credit card statement closes, that number jiggles. It moves up a few points, it moves down a few points. Nobody stays at 900. More importantly, lenders do not care about perfection. They care about tiers. On Borrowell, any score from 760 up to 900 puts you firmly in the excellent category. If you are at a 780, a 820, or an 850, you are already among the top 25% of borrowers. You are already getting the absolute best interest rates, the premier credit card perks, and the fastest approvals. A lender is not going to look at an 800 and say, oh, if only this were a 900, we'd give them a better deal. No. You are already at the top of the mountain. The real danger, the real problem I see with people in their 60s and 70s is not that they aren't hitting 900. The problem is that their scores are silently dropping into the good range, which is 660 to 724, or even the fair range below that, without them even realizing it. Why is this happening to good, honest, responsible people? It happens because of how the credit score is calculated, and the rules of the game change when you enter retirement. Think about this. 35% of your score is based on payment history. I know you pay your bills on time. You pride yourself on it. But 30% of your score, almost a third of your entire grade, is based on credit utilization. That is the amount of credit you are using compared to the total limit available to you. When you were working, you had large credit limits. Maybe you had a major credit card with a $20,000 limit, and you only charged $2,000 a month. Your utilization was 10%. Beautiful. But then you retire. You decide you want to simplify your life. You look at that old credit card and think, I don't use this card anymore, let me just close it. Oh, you think you're being responsible. You think you're cleaning up your financial house. But you just committed a major financial blunder. When you closed that card, you wiped out $20,000 of available credit. Now, let's say you have one remaining card with a $5,000 limit. You go out and buy a nice retirement gift for yourself, or you book a trip to see the grandkids, and you put $2,500 on that card. Suddenly, you are using 50% of your available credit. Even if you pay that balance off in full the very next month, the credit bureau looks at that 50% utilization and flags you as a risk. They think you are living beyond your means because your available credit shrank. Your score on Borrowell plummets from an 800 down to a 710 in a matter of weeks. All because you thought closing an old account was the right thing to do. Another 15% of your score is the length of your credit history. The older your accounts, the better. If you close the credit card you've had for 30 years because you want to use a new cashback card, you are erasing decades of good history. You are making yourself look like a financial novice to the credit scoring computers. Do you see how the things you think are good can actually hurt you? So, what is your actionable takeaway today? How do you protect that score so you can stand secure in your retirement? First, if you have old credit cards that you are not using, do not close them. Keep them open. Put a small, recurring charge on them, like a streaming subscription or a monthly utility bill, and set it to auto-pay from your checking account. This keeps the card active, keeps your available credit high, and keeps your average age of accounts long. Second, aim to keep your credit utilization below 30% across all cards, but if you want to see that excellent rating on Borrowell, try to keep it under 10%. If you have a big purchase coming up, pay down the balance before the statement closing date, not just before the due date. The credit bureaus only see the balance on the day the statement closes. Third, take advantage of what Borrowell offers. Log in regularly. Studies have shown that people who monitor their scores consistently actually see their numbers go up because it keeps them accountable. Watch for errors. As we age, identity theft becomes a massive threat. If someone opens an account in your name, it will show up there first. You have worked too hard, for too many years, to let a silly mistake drag down your financial standing. You deserve the peace of mind that comes with an excellent credit rating. Don't stress about hitting a perfect 900. Secure yourself in that 760 to 900 bracket, protect your history, keep your balances low, and you will be completely fine. Stand strong, be smart, and don't let anyone take your financial power away from you.